Hello everyone. So we are going to study about the human heart. Okay, the main circulatory system. Okay, let's see about the position of human heart. So it is located in the thoracic cavity between the two lungs, and it is tilted towards the left side of the thoracic cavity. It is not exactly at the mid position in between the two lungs. It is slightly tilted towards the left side of the thoracic cavity, and shape is cleansed fist sized shape. That means like your fist. Okay, this shape structure it is, and this is a thick and muscular pumping organ. Okay, pumping because it pumps the blood. Okay, that is why pumping organ. And this is slightly triangular in shape also. Okay, and in females 180 to 230 gram, its weight is 180 to 230 grams, whereas in males it's 230 to 280 grams. Okay. The outer layer of the heart is pericardium. It is known as pericardium. As it is the outer layer, it protects the heart from the mechanical injury. Okay, not from very serious injury, but yes, a slight jerk. From slight jerks, it protects the heart. Okay, it protects the heart from slight jerks. Okay, mechanical jerks we can say, not very severe injuries. Okay. And this pericardium is double membranous. Okay, remember this is double layer. This is the outer layer. Okay, coming back, heart is divided into two parts. Upper part atria and the lower part is ventricle. Okay. So let's draw the human heart. Okay, slightly tilted towards the left, triangular in shape. Okay. So this one is the upper part, which is the base. Upper part base is broader, and this is the lower part apex. Okay, this is the lower part, which is apex. Okay, and I told you that this is divided into upper part, which is your auricle or known as atria, and the lower part is your ventricle. Okay, and the left side and the right side are divided or separated by a septum, a dividing wall that is known as septum. Okay, and the atria is also divided into left and right, and this one is your right atrium and this is left atrium. Same the ventricle also, right ventricle and left ventricle. So that means the heart has four chambered. Okay, two atrium, that means two atria and two ventricles. Total four chamber. Okay, auricular region and ventricular region. Okay, the two auricles or the two atria are the receiving organ, the receiving chamber. Okay, these two are the receiving, they receive the blood, whereas the two ventricles pumps the blood. So that means these atria are blood receiving chambers, whereas the ventricles are blood pumping chambers. Okay, atria are thin walled because they have to just receive the blood. Okay, but ventricles are thick walled. Okay, because they have to pump the blood outside. Okay, and the left ventricle has much more thicker wall than the right one. Right ventricle is thicker, but left ventricle is 3 times more thicker than the right ventricle, because the left ventricle has to pump the blood to all parts of the body. Okay, that is why it is much more thicker. It is much more thicker than the right ventricle because it has to pump the blood to all the parts of the body, whereas the right ventricle has to pump the blood only to the two lungs. That is why it is comparatively less thicker than the left ventricle. Okay, now let's see the working of the human heart. Okay, so what happens? The carbon dioxide rich blood first enters into the right atrium. Okay, so carbon dioxide rich blood first enters into the right atrium. Okay, so this enters into the right atrium, and this one is also one. Okay, and this one carries the blood from the lower body parts, and this tube carries the blood from the upper body parts. Okay, this one is known as superior vena cava, which carries the blood from the upper parts of the body, superior vena cava, and this one which carries the blood from the lower parts of the body, that is known as inferior vena cava. Okay, so that means carbon dioxide rich blood, that means impure blood, first comes to the right auricle. Okay, and from the right auricle or right atrium, the carbon dioxide rich blood will enter into the right ventricle. Okay, and from the right auricle, when it enters into the right ventricle, what happens? The right auricle contracts. Okay, the right auricle contracts, by which the blood from the right atrium comes into the right ventricle. Okay, and these two, right atrium and right ventricle, are separated by tricuspid valves. Tricuspid valves means like this. One, two, three. Three cusps are present. Okay, three flaps are present. Tricuspid valve. Okay, so by tricuspid valves, these are separated from each other. Tricuspid valve. Okay. So now the blood from the right auricle enters into the right ventricle. Okay. Now from the right ventricle, now the blood will enter into the lungs. That means the right ventricle will pump the blood towards the lungs. Okay, that means it has to again contract. Okay, and the blood will move to the lungs. And through this blood vessel, it goes to both the lungs. And this blood vessel is known as pulmonary artery. Okay, so pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood, that is from right ventricle. Okay, from right ventricle to the lungs, it carries the blood. Okay, then after oxygenation, the blood again come back to the heart. Okay, again come back to the heart through another blood vessel, which is the pulmonary vein. Okay, pulmonary vein. This is known as pulmonary vein. Now the pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood, and the oxygenated blood now reaches to the left atrium. Okay, now the oxygenated blood from the left atrium reaches to the left ventricle, and left atrium and left ventricle are separated also by a bicuspid valve. Okay, bicuspid valve means like this. Okay, so they are separated by bicuspid valve. Okay, the presence of valve, what is its function? Its function is it will avoid the backflow of the blood again. Okay, it will avoid the backflow of blood. So यहाँ पे आपका there is a tricuspid valve. So by this the blood won't get backflow again to the right atrium. Same also, the blood do not backflow to the left atrium again. Okay, that is why these valves are present. It avoid the backflow of the blood. Okay, so there is the bicuspid valve is present. Now from the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is now pumped to each and every part of the body. Okay, through another blood vessel, which is known as aorta, and this is the largest artery. Okay, aorta is the largest artery, so this one is known as aorta. Aorta is the largest artery of the human body. Okay, so through the aorta the oxygenated blood enters or moves towards all the body parts, towards all the cell.